Welcome, everybody, to the Marshall Thundering Herd Dynasty. Today, we get to face off against two rivals of the previous two seasons and one that continues to be our rival here with Louisiana. They sit here at 2-2 on the year. Both teams have migrated from the Sun Belt Conference to the Big 12. Louisiana has actually had a good season so far. They're 2-2, but they have only lost 2 games by a total of 9 points. So they are really hanging with these top teams. They did lose to UAB, but UAB is a top 25 team at this point. They have a new quarterback in Ricky Collins. He's going into his first year starting as a junior. He's a very, very accurate quarterback. And just looking at his numbers historically, last year he played a game or two, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, 8 touchdowns this season. One guy we have seen pretty consistently is Elijah Davis. He's been a starter since he's been a freshman, 7 in his first year, 6 in his second year, and now he has 3 touchdowns early on, and he's going to probably carry the load for this Louisiana offense. And then they have some guys to play with. Robertson returns at receiver. He was one of their leading receivers a year ago. And then they have a pretty good pass rusher in Ash, so this is going to be a very, very good team, especially for the future of this program as well. Last week, we came off of a big defensive episode where Michael Green had 5 tackles for loss, 3 sacks. He earns Defensive National Player of the Week, and that lands us now at number 11 in the country. We moved up from 14, and we just keep winning these early games, and we were preseason ranked, so we didn't have too far to climb to get to number 11. But as you can see, there are some teams around us that are starting to lose, so that means that we keep moving up, including Charlotte here, who was number 9 last week. They lost to Louisville on the road only by 2 points, but they're an interesting team. And then Ohio State is 2-3 down here at number 24. So far, Cole Pennington has been efficient. Dylan Gilliam has been really good on the ground. We already know what he's done. 5 touchdowns on the ground, 1 through the air. He's been really, really good. Very surprising that a power back is able to catch the football out of the backfield like he can, but he has been really, really good for us, and I'm looking forward to seeing what he's going to turn into. But it's going to be the same concept here. Pound the rock, use some balance, and get the ball to our receivers quickly. And one guy I want to point out is Jaden Gordon Jr. He's coming off of his best game of his career last episode. 4 catches, I believe, for 94 yards. He is already maxed out, but this was a guy that was 57 overall as pretty much a recruit that I was likely going to forget in the depth chart. But he has shown that getting on the field, he develops quickly, so he earned it. Another guy I want to point out that really doesn't get too much love with all of these speed guys is Aiden Steinfeld, junior tight end. Good hands, reliable, can make plays and score touchdowns. He's got 2 to his name already this season. And then defensively, we're just doing a whole lot better than what we did last year. In my opinion, our linebackers are getting better. Maybe not, elite right now, but Jaden Yates is a big reason why. Looking at his numbers last year, 28 tackles total, 2.5 sacks. Look at the numbers this year, 5 TFLs, more tackles for loss already through the first 4 games, and he had all of last year. So we go into recruiting and just preview a new player we've added to the board, and that's Quincy Daly, a 4-star athlete who can play quarterback. Now, it's interesting because we do have our future at quarterback on our roster, either with DeAndre Hendricks or Courtney Lyles right now, but adding another incoming freshman would be interesting. Now, looking at his abilities, he's very, very skilled, very accurate coming in, much better than what we saw from Courtney Lyles or Hendricks coming in right away, and he's got all of the mobile quarterback abilities. So he's an interesting guy. We'll see how that recruitment ends up playing out. So here we go. Let's get this game underway as we do face Louisiana on the road this year as they also start Big 12 play, and there is a return back to the 17. And out comes Marshall here. And I think our offense is starting to hit a groove here, figuring out how to use Dylan Gilliam and to use our slot guys, even though they don't have much speed in Trey Allen and Jaden Gordon. First pass goes out to Allen. He's got to catch and run all the way to the 38. And that is a big first down play. Louisiana tried to send the pressure right there. That's not going to work. Handoff on the next play to Dylan Gilliam. He gets to the outside, and a great block by the freshman Brandon Spadell. Springs him down the sideline. Tackled at about the 11. 52 yards on that carry for Gilliam. And man, who said he didn't have speed? I think he took off on that one. In the red zone already after 2 plays. Handoff. This is Baron McFadden, the senior back in this backfield. We have kind of a trio with McFadden, Gilliam, and also Brian Santana. But now here comes Gilliam into the game at the 1. Handoff back to Gilliam. He runs over a defender and his own as well. It's a touchdown. What an opening drive here for Marshall. And I'll take that start all game long. And it's 7-0 here for the Herd. So a 7-0 start here for Marshall. As here comes Louisiana out onto the field for the first time. Back to receive this kickoff is Daniel Blood, and he loses the football. David Hardwick Jr. He puts a big hit on him, and the redshirt freshman recovers. And wow, what a play by the special teams unit. And now we start this drive again inside the red zone. Handoff, Gilliam up the middle, and he picks up 2. I think this game is just flared some tempers here. Here's a quick throw, and that is caught. DeJuan Whitehead. Now, in the offseason, Whitehead did not improve at all. He did improve one of his abilities, but his skill set really left some question marks on how he would be coming into this season. I think he's answered those questions. It's 14-0. So good start for Marshall, as here is a throw out to left side on an RPO. That is caught. The new quarterback, Ricky Collins, can run a little bit, but he is mostly going to stay in the pocket and deliver the football. Here's a handoff to the star junior running back now, Elijah Davis, as he gets a first down carry up the middle. RPO, maybe a play-action fake throw, and up the seam, and that's knocked away by Ashton Heflin, one of our veteran middle linebackers on this roster. Handoff this time, Elijah Davis, and he finds some space and fights forward for the first down sticks. Across the 50 now. Good drive put together so far by Ricky Collins and Elijah Davis. Davis gets to the outside, uses a stiff arm, springs himself free for another first down carry. And I think what you've seen in the last couple of years is that we have not been able to stop the run too well. And that's one thing that I do want our linebacking crew to improve on. And you can see already Elijah Davis is getting busy. At the 22, it's a 3rd and 5, and there's a nice tackle. And I believe that was Keyshawn Lamont on that stop. And we do get them to settle for 3. So here is Gilliam now, continuing to run the football well. He fights forward for a gain of 10, 4 for 66 already here in the first quarter. Gilliam lined up behind Pennington in the pistol. Here is a bad snap on that one. Here's a throw to the sideline, caught by Aiden Steinfeld, the sure-handed tight end. He lines up in the slot once again. This time, Brian Santana checks into the game, running Trey Allen in motion this time for a 3rd and 7. Pennington throws back across the field. That one's caught. It's Whitehead again for a first down. And Jalen Slappy, who is starting at left guard for us, comes out of the game. 1st and 10 now. Here's a throw to left side. And that one was a prayer and somehow brought in. But they are going to throw a flag this time, and it's holding by the true freshman Lloyd Thurman. Actually, no, that's Julius Levitre, the sophomore right tackle who's been starting for us the last few games. 2nd and long now. Pennington throws, hit on the throw, incomplete. As we move into the second quarter. And now it's a 3rd and very long. Pennington in the pocket, under pressure again. He gets hit on this throw, and this one's caught. It's Trey Allen. He had the inside position on that jump ball, and he just comes down with it. Pennington under pressure on the next play. He goes down, and he loses a few. And now back at the 38, or maybe it's a 42, 3rd and 14. As here is Pennington running Santana in motion. In the pocket, throws across the middle, and that's a catch by Brandon Spadell, the freshman. We figured out a way to use Spadell, and mostly it's just lowering his targets. Like, he's going to use his speed and catch and run, but when he does get open, he does, you got to use the possession catch, to be honest with you. He's going to drop some passes. But here is Gilliam with a nice first down run, followed up by another good run for a gain of 7. as he gets a breather as Brian Santana checks into the game now, running him in motion. This is a halfback swing, and a good play by the defense stops us on third down. We do bring in Will Shoemaker for the field goal, and this one just sneaks in the uprights. Make it 17-3 here in the first half. Louisiana still in this ball game, only down by 2 scores. Changing the formation right here, going 5 wide. As here is Elijah Davis running in motion, and this time he gets the jet sweep touch pass. He breaks the tackle, he gets free down the sideline. The 30, the 20, the 10, he will score. Elijah Davis has been a thorn in our side this entire series, and he breaks one open right there, and they do make it a 7-point game after that big play. 17-10, our offense barely gets a breather. Here's Gilliam, big time hole, hits it hard. He's already close to the 50-yard line. He's already over 100 yards in the first half. We still have 4 minutes to go. Pressure on Pennington, and that one falls incomplete. And now it's a big 3rd and 11. Now this stadium is starting to get loud. Pressure off the left edge, and Ash gets to him. And an injury on the field, Jalen Slappy again, so we had to punt this one away. As here comes Louisiana with a chance to tie it up on this drive. Here's a quick throw. This one's out to number 2, Daniel Blood, who picks up a first down. Elijah Davis lined up behind the quarterback. Here's a quick throw. It's caught again. And it's a first down. Carter Milleron, and he will pick up the first down across the 50. 2nd and 8. Here's a quick throw again. It's Milleron. And he will just be short of the first down sticks. 3rd and inches in the pocket. Throwing short. Another first down conversion on this drive. This time it's Charles Robertson, who scored twice versus us a year ago. And now here we go. 40 seconds to go in this first half. In the pocket. And it's a sack. Michael Green gets home, and he will cause them to have a 3rd and long here on this drive. At the 19, more pressure, and that was Payloni Franklin on the hit. And they will have to kick the field goal here, and it will bring it within a 4-point game. But Louisiana still down here in the first half, and that's how we will go into halftime, 17-13. I think the big thing here in the second half is really going to be to stop the run. I don't think they can pass too well versus us, and that's mostly because I think our pass rush will get home at some point. Starting the second half, it's Davis with the stretch play. He breaks the tackle, still on his feet. He's still running. And there's a flag on the play. This one's coming back, but man, we got to wrap up. We just got lucky on that one with Laundry on the field. Now it's a 1st and 20. Ricky Collins throws the left side. Daniel Blood has space, and he does pick up 15 yards. The freshman Julian Watford there for the tackle. 3rd and 1, carry to Davis. He has the first. How do you get a 1st and 20 and still get a first down? So here we go. Ricky Collins hands off this time to the backup running back. Not going to work. Michael Green with the tackle in the backfield. And now it is 3rd and 9. At their 41. Collins in the pocket under pressure. He gets hit on that one, and Michael Green forces the incompletion. Keyshawn Lamont also forced him out of the pocket. So here's a handout to start the next drive. Dylan Gilliam off to the races. Still on his feet. He's having a monster game on the ground. 10 for 134 and a first down. Giving it right back to him this time. Cutting back. He's got a tough gain of 5. He takes a big shot right there as well. And now he's at his career high already. Here is Pennington stepping up in the pocket on a 3rd and 3, and the pressure just gets home. And we have to punt this one away. So Louisiana has possession right back. You got to figure they're going to run the ball. They do. Elijah Davis with the big carry up the middle, getting skinny as well. He's tough to bring down. The junior really looks like he is the experienced guy on this Louisiana offense. Here is Collins this time, throwing deep into double coverage, and it's knocked away. Corey Myrick and also the freshman Julian Watford in the area. 3rd and 5 this time. This is going to be pressure, and throwing across the middle and it's a first down conversion by Collins. And what a play by him. 1st and 10 again at the 22. A handoff to Elijah Davis. He's got a lot of space inside the 10, and it's 1st and goal. They eventually get it to a 3rd and goal now at the 3. Collins throws to the sideline. This one's picked off, and it's Jaden Yates. We were just talking about the season he's been having, and he makes a play right there. And the senior linebacker just steps in front of that one. I think he was just staring down Elijah Davis on that entire play. We start the 4th quarter now inside our 10, and there's a flag on the play, and it's going to be delay of game. So we're going to lose half the distance to the goal here. We do get it to a 3rd and 9, though. Here's pressure, getting to Pennington, but he gets it away to Trey Allen, and Pennington's shaken up on that play. So in comes the redshirt freshman Courtney Lyles, a much different quarterback than what we see from Cole Pennington. Here is a handoff to Gilliam, and he picks up a gain of 10 for a 1st down. Lyles is a lefty, just a little different of a look here at quarterback, but there is a handoff to Santana and a loss of 4. Pennington checks back in here, so it seems he's okay. He gets hit on the next play, and he falls to the ground. It's not a way to keep your quarterback healthy here. 3rd and 14. Santana running in motion here as he is our 3rd down back. Pennington throws to the right side. He's got Steinfeld who catches it and runs for the 1st down. That's a way to convert there on a 3rd and long. And now we're close to the 45-yard line. Here is a little bit of an orbit screen this time for Santana. And that will be a gain of 5. Pennington now at the 47 for a 3rd and 5 again. Buying time, rolling to the right side, throwing to the sideline, and knocked away. And now it is 4th down and 5 at the 47. Wow, we're going to go for this here. Here's a throw to an open DeJuan Whitehead, and he's got it for a 1st down. Wow, that's a gutsy play call right there, but this drive does continue. I formation out here for the Marshall Thundering Herd. Toss play. Gilliam tries to cut up, and he loses 2 yards on that one. And it's now 3rd and 8 as Brian Santana checks into the game at running back. Here's a quick throw across the middle. It's Whitehead all alone. He's got space and speed. He gets run down at the 9. But Whitehead having a great game today. Goal to go. Handoff back to Gilliam. Fighting, but cannot get to the end zone. And now we're back at the 6. It's a big-time 3rd and goal. Pennington, pressure, intercepted. He tried to force it over the middle, and they take it out of the end zone and will be tackled at the 1. Louisiana with a great play, and now they start their next drive inside the 5. Handoff, and this is David Hardwick who's there trying to bring Elijah Davis down. It takes like 5 defenders just to do that. 2nd and 8 now, going back to Davis. Hardwick there again. This time he does make the tackle. They're back at the 1-yard line. 3rd and 10. No running backs line up here behind him. Oh, there he is. Pistol. And they give it to Davis. And they do get 1 yard, a little bit of space, but they have to punt it back to our offense. And here we go. Here is Brandon Spadell getting the jet sweep touch pass, and he picks up a few yards, and now we need a couple of 1st downs to secure this game. Play action fake now. Here's a throw deep across the middle of the field. It's DeJuan Whitehead. What a diving grab by him. And they were expecting the ball to go to Gilliam on that play for sure. Handoff back to Gilliam. They run commit. It's exactly what they did on the last play. And their leading pass rusher does go out with an injury right there. So now we finally get it to a 3rd and 12. 1 1st down wins it. Here's a throw to an open Steinfeld, but what a great play by the defender. And we're going to kick the field goal here to go up by a touchdown. And the kick by Shoemaker will be good. And now they have about a minute and a half to go to tie this ball game up. We'll see if they can do it here. From the shotgun here, Collins throws on the first pass, intercepted by Amir Foster. He takes it the other way, his first INT since season 1. Can you believe it? He had 6 interceptions in season 1, 0 last year, and gets his first on the year right there. So here we go. Pennington now under pressure again. And they stop us there. So we do settle for 3 and make it a 10-point game. But now Collins down by 10, has to score twice here. And here in the waning seconds, Michael Green gets to the quarterback. And that one does seal up the game here as they do go for it one more time. 4th and 16. Collins in the pocket all day. Throws across the middle. He does convert here. But they will run out of time here as they try to get set. But the ball is already set there. And this will be over. 23-13, a close game. And we know this was a rivalry. We have developed that here in this series with Louisiana. Every game is tight with them. They have a very good coach. 150 yards on the game here for Dylan Gilliam. I thought he was going to actually end up having 200 on the game, but great game nonetheless. We get the victory. This is a tough one, and we got it on the road as well. All road games are tough in this game, but you got to give it up to the offensive line blocking for the run the way they did today, freeing up those big holes. And our receivers actually blocked pretty well. That's not something you say every day. DeJuan Whitehead goes over 100 yards, 6 for 104 for him, and a touchdown. And defensively, our pass rush did get home a couple of times as Keyshawn Lamont and Michael Green actually get a sack. I said Michael Green earlier in the game. That was actually Keyshawn Lamont. Then we get those 2 interceptions. I mean, that's something that we haven't had this season at all. And I would even say last season. I believe we had 3 interceptions all of last year, and we get 2 in this game. So after that win, we do jump up in the rankings by 2, and now we are ranked number 9 in the country. And we face Texas State, who, remember, made the national championship last year, but this is a different team than what we saw a year ago. No more Ismail Mahdi, who was their leading running back, and I think it's a bit of a drop-off behind him because P.J. Hatter, going into his second year as a starter, I think he's really missing that ground game because if you look at Cameron Booker right now, only 211 yards, a touchdown on the ground. He's averaging 4.1 yards per carry, but definitely not the same player Ismail Mahdi was last year. And then their passing game is still decent, but lacking a little bit. I think they did go into an offseason losing a lot of talent, so that's something that they'll have to come back from. We do have a visitor for this game. We are at home, and it's Gregory Gold, the 4-star guard. Now, he is considering Michigan, Kentucky, and Marshall. We are right now in 3rd place, so we are going to pretty much hard sell him because it looks like he is close to a commitment. So if we could steal him here in this visit, it looks like he's going to commit probably after the game at some point. But we do have the perfect pitch here with Conference Spotlight with an A, A-, and an A. So that's going to be very favorable in our favor. So we'll have to see if we can pull him after this week he visits here for this game. And hopefully he loves it here in West Virginia. And we can bring home a victory and a new recruit. So here we go. Let's start game number 2 in this doubleheader as Texas State looking to get their 3rd win on the year. They are 2-3. Here is Brandon Spadell with the move to the outside, and he picks up a little bit of speed and gets to the 34-yard line. So we're going to get to some highlights in this one. It's not going to be a full game action, but here is Dylan Gilliam starting it out right where he left off, but he looks like he may have hurt his hamstring on that play. Santana checks in at running back. Here's a throw to the right side. This one's caught. It's Spadell. We found a way to use him, and I'm glad because he was a terrible route runner at the beginning of the season, but now he's pretty decent. Here is a touch pass this time. Trey Allen loses about 4 yards on that one. 2nd and long, giving it back to Santana. Santana gets a block downfield and picks up the 1st down. Good run by Brian Santana, the sophomore, the true sophomore. 1st and 10 again at the 15. Here is Pennington throwing to a wide open Allen, and he just flat out misses him. 2nd and 10 again. Pressure getting to Pennington. That's Joe Lyson Landry who gets the pressure right there. Their leading sack getter, he has 6 on the year. Here's a 3rd and 10 and another great play by the defensive line. And we do have to kick the field goal and settle for 3, but this one's wide to the left. So no points on that opening drive as Will Shoemaker misses it wide left. But here we go back in the first quarter. We get one more possession. Here's a deep shot, this time looking for Allen, and he comes down with it. Let's take a look at this. It's deflected by the defender, and Allen's just sitting there. He just says, whoop, look what I got. And he's tackled there at the 3. Handoff back to Gilliam. On the next play, he's in for the touchdown. A low shot that time going at Gilliam's knees, but I guess that's the only way you can bring him down. And it's 7-0 here in the first quarter. We do get another possession here. Here's a handoff, stretch play. It's going to be Gilliam to the outside, to the 50. What a big run. Gilliam is just an amazing, amazing back. You got to love what you see from him. 3rd and 10 now. Pressure by the Texas State pass rush. They get to Pennington again, spoiling that drive. Later in the second quarter, though, Pennington now at the 41. Here's a deep shot down the left side. That's caught. Trey Allen will score. The band is going crazy. The crowd is going crazy. And this is what you want to see from the offense. Just some shots we're taking down the field. When they work, they work. P.J. Hatter now at the end of the first half. There's a nice throw to the sideline, and that is a first down. Hatter now, empty formation, a quick throw. That one's caught, and that is Kylan Evans, a new target for him this year. He picks up 7 now at the 30. Here is Hatter throwing deep this time. Beating Corey Myrick is Bo Sparks, the 3-year starter at receiver for Texas State, and he scores with ease. Great throw by Hatter, but they're going to need a little bit of that run game. Their running back now is number 85, Cameron Booker, who lines up next to P.J. Hatter. Hatter moving in the pocket. He gets sacked, and it's on the ground, picked up by David Hardwick. It was Payloni Franklin who just kind of knocked it out of the hands of Hatter, and Hatter kind of hesitated to even fall on the ball that time, and we forced the turnover. So here we go, play action fake to start the next drive. That is a catch. Aiden Steinfeld picks up a gain of 7. At the 43 now, here's Pennington throwing across the middle, and he's got DeJuan Whitehead. How about the plays that Whitehead has been making this year? He's been great. In the red zone now, this time running Trey Allen in motion. We scored on a similar play earlier. Here is a shot, and that one's caught. Trey Allen, number 2 today for the touchdown. Allen is quite the slot guy. He's a lot different than what we saw last year from Chuck Montgomery. He doesn't have that speed, but he is just crisp with his routes. Gilliam now in the fourth quarter hesitates and hits the hole hard. I think he froze the linebacker right there. Here's another carry back to Gilliam on a 4th and 2. He converts with ease. Now at the 24. Here is Pennington under pressure. He gets rid of it. It's Spadell inside the 5, and he scores. Brandon Spadell, the true freshman, and he runs it in. I love these freshmen we got on this squad. They are just amazing this year. All of them have made some sort of impact in some sort of way. Gilliam, Spadell, all of those guys. Here's a quick throw across the middle on a 4th and 6. Tipped around, and we will win this game. It ends up being a little closer in the end, 37-27, but a big victory here at home. And we remain with 1 loss on the season. I don't think a lot of people were expecting us to go into the Big 12 with this great of a start. And now it's all Big 12 action from here on out. I believe 6 more conference games. Trey Allen with the 100-yard game. Brandon Spadell with the 100-yard game. DeJuan Whitehead with a 100-yard game. This is the first time that has happened in this series, by the way. 3 100-yard receivers. So we are doing something right here with the offense, figuring it out. And we get another big victory in this series. And I think we could be headed if not for the Big 12 championship, we have a good shot right away with our ranking to be favorites to make the college football playoff, even as an at-large team. Quincy Hadrulahu does commit to the squad, so we get our first four-star receiver of this series to commit. But we do lose out on Kari Spruce, and the worst part about it is that he goes to West Virginia, our rival. And Kari Spruce was a guy that I had pegged to be the pass rusher of the future, maybe even starting in Michael Green's spot when he graduates this year. And then Gregory Gold also commits to Michigan. So we lose two big prospects, two of our top 5 after that win versus Texas State. So we decide to add a new prospect to our board in Mitch Steven. He looks really good. He is a 4-star right tackle. Run block power and pass block power all at 80, impact at 83. He looks really, really good. I'm going to go after him hard. He is a 4-star gem, so he could end up being a really good player. Now, right now, Nebraska is the front runner for him, but I want to join this race. I think that we could gain some ground and eventually make a run at him. We'll see how that goes. And then Cameron Trout, I don't know if you guys remember this, but a couple of episodes ago, or was it last episode, he actually had a deal breaker for us for playing style. Now we are unlocked again, so we're going to keep going back at him. So we move up another spot here in the top 25, now at number 7 in the country, our highest ranking so far in this series. And look who's ahead of us, Nebraska, who we just joined a recruiting battle with. So we have Nebraska. Purdue is 7-0 right now. I mean, this is going to be a fun finish to the year. We have Iowa State next, Baylor, Colorado. Those are all going to be tough games. Iowa State is struggling this year, but Baylor is a really good team, and so is Colorado. They made the college football playoff last year. So this is not a slouch end of the schedule, even though none of these teams, well, I guess Colorado's ranked right now at 3-3, but it's going to be tough either way as we finish the end of the season. So right now, the Big 12 is just super, super close. If you look at these standings, everybody is a contender at this point. So we have to be on our best game in these matchups. That's going to conclude this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hit subscribe, hit that like button, stay tuned. Let's get it. Let's go.